Hey y'all, Teacher Heather here. Okay, first of all, I want to apologize about this background. If you've seen some of my other videos and some of my posts on Facebook, this is not normal for me. I'm in the process of moving, so it's kind of bare minimum right now, and I don't like it. So anyways, so bear with me. Sorry about that. So this video is actually going to be talking about the Jack Ma Foundation, the Real Education Project. I posted a picture of myself teaching Wednesday night. After I got done, it's just a screenshot of me saying goodbye to the kids. You can't really see the kids, but it's just kind of the whole point. I was excited. Well, that picture became extremely popular. Yesterday I had so many notifications that my phone went dead twice, and I had to turn off the notifications. I couldn't keep up. So I'm glad that you guys liked it, but there were so many people excited about it, asking questions, so I figured I could just make a video about it, answer questions for you. Whatever questions you might have that I don't answer, you can leave down below and I can do it. I can make another video if you just let me know kind of like what you're looking for. So I wrote a few things that I'll go through. I was trying to write down different questions that had been asked on the post, and my phone kept freezing because it kept trying to load all the different comments, and I only got so far. So, alright. So first of all, this is an invite only. Some people were asking why me? I don't know. I have no idea. Honestly, no idea. I've been teaching probably for about I probably have about 5.5 years teaching experience. I've been with VIPKID for 6 months, like almost exactly 6 months. I don't know. There's not many of us, so I don't know if they randomly pick or if there's something that I don't know about myself. So anyways, right now it is invite only. I do not know if they are looking for more teachers for this semester because the semester has just started. It started this week. Could be. Not really sure. But anyways, we teach throughout a semester, and then you can pick up the next semester with another class. So some people were saying, oh, it's not worth it. It's only, the couple months or whatever. That's not necessarily true. I'm completely new to all this. My first class was Wednesday night. I've known about this project for maybe a month. So I don't know. My dog's trying to eat my props over here while I'm not looking. Back up. Go. Sorry. So I'm definitely not a pro, and I definitely don't know everything, and I probably will say some things that are not true. But I'll try. There are some things I cannot or don't know if I can, so I'm not going to tell you about, such as pay, the curriculum, things like that. I don't feel like I'm allowed to. I don't know what I'm allowed to tell you, so I'm just not going to. The pay is different, and the curriculum is different, but it's all through VIPKID. They got funding for it, to go into the rural schools and help. We are in an actual classroom. My class is 38 children in 3rd grade. Your class could be as small as, I think, like 10, and then some people have 60 something in their class. So it's definitely different than the one-on-one. I was really excited but really scared to do this because I'm used to one-on-one. I'm used to that trial student that we get that just stares at you when you ask them a question and has no idea because they know zero English. But this time, what if it's 38 children that know zero English and they all stare at you and you... I don't know. I was really nervous. I actually had anxiety over this for a week now, and then Wednesday I left my job early. I left about 1 o'clock so I could go home and just chill out because my nerves had gotten the best of me. I had been thinking about my class that night. I just needed to calm down. Didn't really help that much because it's one of those you don't know what to expect. So something new, and foreign to me is scary, I guess. I'm a creature of habit. Anyway, so I came in here, I sat down, and my class was at 9, and I sat down at 8, and I had to make sure everything's ready. So at 8:20, I'm like, ooh, let me go peek in there, see if they're in there. Nobody. 8:30, go in there, nobody. 8:40, I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to sit in here now because we're told we had to be in. It was 10 or 20 minutes beforehand. 8:55, nothing. I'm literally shaking sitting here in my seat because I was so nervous. I just wanted to get it over with. You know, if you remember back to your first class teaching with VIPKID, at least for me, I was so nervous, and that moved on to my first month or so. Every time before I opened up the camera, I was nervous, and then I would open it and everything would be okay. Well, about 6 seconds left. They came in. I could hear them, but I couldn't see them because their camera wasn't working right. I could see like the screen from a computer, like the laptop screen. That was what was in their top part for their camera. So I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So I'm like, I think they can see me. So I'm like waving at them, and I could hear them all in the background, but they weren't talking to me. So I'm like, okay, I'll just kind of sit here. So then all of a sudden it showed them, and it was this instant excitement, and already I felt like love for these children, for this job, for this classroom. It was all that fear and all that nervousness went away. So I just started waving and saying hello, and they're just looking at me. They have no idea what to do. They have no idea what this means. And so I just kept doing it. I kept doing it. So then they said hello to me, ni hao, and I'm like, hello. And finally, the whole class gets quiet, and then the whole class at once says hello, teacher, to me. And it was great. You know, we're all always excited about our regulars, and I know for me, when I see teacher feedback from another teacher on one of my regulars, I'm like, makes me kind of sad because it's my kid. So this class is mine. I mean, they are my children. I am the one teaching them. I don't have to share them with any other teachers right now. So that was like our first interaction of like, oh my God. So the first part of it, we had to like assess the children and figure out what level they were on. That part was a worry of mine because it's like, how do you assess the entire class when there's 38 children and you're not going to have a chance to talk to them all? You know, they're all going to talk out loud. You don't know which one's talking and which one's not, and which one's speaking correctly and which one, like, it actually worked out really well. I was able to do it. There's some class interaction where you ask the class something and they will all repeat at the same time. They're like so perfect. They're just so used to it from the type of learning they do in China, the type of classroom structure they have. It's like they sit there, they're quiet, they speak when asked to, and they speak very well. Not necessarily English, but and then you have the class, and then there's group. Then there's different parts in the curriculum where you are doing group interaction, and that is a way to take yourself from, this makes me think of my class this morning. I was teaching about groups and how you group things, the same things. Well, you get a class list. Sorry, I'm like going in circles here. I have so many things I want to say that are in my head. You get a class list before you start. So your class list is going to have all your children on it, and hopefully, which mine did, you will have English names for every single one of your kids, and the LT will put them into groups for you. So mine has 6 groups, and then I got to pick what I wanted the name of the groups to be. I have elephants, tigers, monkeys, bears, zebras, frogs. So I had to figure out how to tell them what a group is and how, you know, so I just held up, I don't know where they're at. Here you go. So I made one for each class. So the bears, and then I had the names of the kids in the group, and I held it up and I said their names, read them off, and I asked them to stand, and that group stood up. And I'm like, okay, we're going somewhere. So I said hi to them. They said hi to me, sat down. I went through every single group, said hi to them. They sat down. So that's a way to get your large group into a smaller group so you can interact more one-on-one, or not necessarily one-on-one, but more personal than 38 kids talking to you at the same time. Then there's individuals. So you have where you can call up, you know, I would pick a random kid. Tony. I'd ask, you know, where's Tony? Tony comes, I was like, come here. They were really nervous about coming up. Again, I think they're just used to sitting there at their desk, hands on their desk, and like, come here, it's okay. And comes up, and I'm like, Tony, hello. Then I would, you know, have them do something. And, you know, the first one that I asked to come up, I paid attention to how he was reacting to what I said. So I said, come here, and he like barely wanted to get out of his chair. I'm like, okay, that's fine. So I said hello, and he said hi quietly. So I'm like, oh, good, you can sit down. I didn't want to push him because he was obviously shy. I'm sure they were just as nervous, if not more, than I was. I mean, I'm probably the first, you know, English teacher in a different country that they've ever seen. Like their first interaction with this whole thing was with me. So I'm sure they were nervous. So I called up another one, and I called up Kenny. You know, come on up, Kenny. And this little girl comes running. And she runs too far, like I couldn't see her. She was over here, but the camera was only over here. So I'm like looking for her, and then all of a sudden she like runs backwards, and she's like, hello, teacher. I'm like, yes. So I took her and used her as to try to get the other children to interact and have fun and realize like this is going to be fun. You can talk to me, you can laugh. And so I was like, Kenny, can you raise your hand? And she did it. We were talking about commands and classroom rules. And I said, Kenny, can you sing? La 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 la. And then she did it. She was all excited. And I said, Kenny, can you dance? And I said, dance, 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 dance. She starts dancing. She starts laughing at herself. The whole class starts laughing. It was great. So then I say, class, can we give, you know, clap? And they all clapped for her. She was so excited. So there's kind of an example of how you use, we have a whole class, but then we have groups, but then we have individuals. Here's the thing. You still only have 30 minutes. 30 minutes, 30 minutes. How do you get an entire class to learn in 30 minutes? How do you talk to groups? All of those groups. I have 6 groups in 30 minutes. How do you even have time to pull individuals out in 30 minutes? I have no idea, because I thought it was literally impossible, and guess what? I talked to all 6 of my groups, and I even talked to 4, maybe 5 individual students. So it's possible. I tend to be really good with time management. But this time I was just like so nervous, so all over the place. It was so chaotic in my head. Like I think I did well. I watched it back, and I was smiling the whole time watching it back. But there was just, in my head, there was so much going on. So I wasn't paying attention to the timer. And I'm like, it's the first class. It really doesn't matter if I go over. And I finished, not on purpose, at exactly 30 minutes. It hit 30 minutes and I was saying goodbye. I'm like, oh, I can't believe I did that. Alright, so since I'm already just rambling and I'm at 14 minutes, I'm so sorry. Alright, so that's my experience about it in a nutshell. Like I said, as far as I know, it's invite only. That might change. I know they're trying to expand, get other schools to come in. It really just depends on the funding they have for it and the grants that they got, how much they have to teach. Honest to God, and I am not just saying this, I would do that for free. I loved it, and I love the concept of going into rural areas and helping them and bringing English learning and putting us into their classroom across the world, like that's amazing. And when you sit there and think about what the world's coming to, like technology is taking over. I've never liked all that. Like I hate that, you know, you've got 4-year-olds sitting on phones and going through and they know how to do this and like they don't even want to go outside and play. But when it comes to this, because of technology, because of the internet, because of the computer, we can be in China teaching these children, and it's wonderful. I mean, I would be there in person if I could, and I really hope to be one day. But for now, it's an amazing feeling. I don't know another word for it other than that. Okay, so the hours. Another question somebody asked was the hours. I am in North Carolina, so it's Eastern Standard Time. I teach Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. It depends on, you kind of, when you do your application and you're going through the whole process, you have to put the times you're available and the days. I think it was like Tuesday to Thursday, and it was like 8 p.m. to 11. I don't really remember. And you pick which slots you're available for, and then they match you with a school based on what you want, you know, the time. And 9 worked perfect for me. You have to be there for all. You have to make sure that you are available the entire semester for that day, that time. You know, they have subs, but they don't, you know, they want you there. So you need to make sure before you do this that you can be there for all your classes, unless something that you can't control happens. So mine's 9 o'clock. That is their 9 o'clock in the morning. So it is them in their actual English classroom. All right. Negatives. People were asking, you know, some negative and positive things. Before I started, I could have said like a lot of things that I thought were going to be negatives, and I probably mentioned some of them here. But now that I've done it, I don't know. There's a lot of kids. There can be a real lot of kids. I think 38 is, it made me nervous. I wanted to have about 20. But I can work with them because they're very good at paying attention and they want to learn and they're excited. So I think it's going to be okay. I can't imagine the 60-something. I would like to try it one day, but not yet. I want some experience first. So I think that might be a negative, that sometimes they're really large classes. Some of them are right there in front of you. They all get together and their chairs and they're all here, like right in front of the camera, and you can interact. Mine wasn't so much. Mine were all spread out, as you can see in the picture. I'll see. I don't know if I even know how to put a picture in the video, but I can see if I can post that picture on here too that I had on Facebook. But so I could see all of them, but they were all over. And then, like I said, when they came walking, they're like walking to me on the screen, which is obviously back here, and their camera's up here. So I couldn't see them. They had to, you know, so that could be a negative because you might not see all your kids. One thing I noticed my camera did, or not my camera, their camera, was it zoomed in on the kid that was talking, which was awesome. I don't know if it was like the auto, you know, face recognition thing or what, but that was great. Or if maybe the LT did it. Another negative could be that the LT is not involved or doesn't speak English. That's not necessarily a negative, you know, because I tried to talk to mine and I wanted to ask her if, or I asked her if their screen was a touch screen, because our curriculum is interactive and they can come up and do stuff on the screen, and she wasn't understanding what I was saying. So they're there to help, but you know, if I don't understand how to speak to her and she doesn't understand how to speak to me, it's not a negative, because you know, we're having to teach our one-on-one classes without people. You know, we don't always have parents there and we have to figure it out. So that's fine. I figured it out anyways. So like I said, I don't think that's a complete negative. That's just positive. And I honestly think that's about it. I don't have anything else on my list. Like I said, I'm happy to do another video. If you guys just want to post below what it is that you're looking for, what questions you have, or what kind of things you want me to talk about. I'm more than happily words are hard. I'm more than happy to do videos weekly, and you guys can follow me on this journey because I know there's not many of us that are doing it. So this is brand new for almost everybody that has heard about it. Like I said, I hadn't even heard about it until I got it month, 2 months, I don't know. I got the invite, and I kept looking on YouTube trying to find videos because I wanted to be prepared, and there was nothing. So now we are in a group, and there's some veterans that did it last year. It started last year, last semester, and they've been able to help us. They've been doing live videos and teaching us things. So I was well prepared, or as well prepared as I could be, because of them. So like I said, I'm not here to teach you guys all that stuff because, you know, I don't know what I can, but I would love for you to follow me on this journey if it's, you know, something you want to do. I don't know that I will be putting them up on Wednesday nights after my class because I'm all hyped after that, and then I just want to go to bed, and then I have to get up at 4 o'clock and teach my normal classes. So Thursday, Friday, I can post every week for you. So I hope you liked, and I'm sorry that it's a 21-minute video, but I wanted to kind of let you guys know all about it. Thank you for being interested. You know, I know that wasn't a great picture, and I was just so excited, and it made me excited to see that you guys were too. So thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.